Game over. Again.
I know, I think I got
Hexagon.
I did it! Oh my fucking god, I did it!
Game over.
Yeah, I realized that in this super version, that pattern where you usually have to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 in Hexagonest, usually when you do that, you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, but there I have no clue. I think you just keep holding, like what you do in Hexagon. But I have no clue because this super version, this void, you can't practice without beating Hexagonest. There are some people who literally just quickly beat Hexagonest to practice this void section. It's called the final hexagon. Some people just call it the void. But holy shit. I genuinely thought that I would need to put more practice into this, like a lot more practice. I thought this would need to take me a week. I thought that at the very least, I could reach square a couple of times during this little practice session. No, like, almost every attempt I reached triangle. Almost every attempt. The few attempts I did, and I did it with stupid beginning nets. But I started racking up triangles, and I even got to square a lot, like 5 times, I think. I reached pentagon once, I don't think twice. Well, I did twice, but technically that's the hexagon end. I died at pentagon once, I should say. But yeah, that's impressive. It's impressive for me to be able to get a pentagon death and then beat the level, like, a few attempts later. I don't know, if the pentagon death's close enough to the hexagon win, I might put it in the video. I can't do cuts, and then I'm not that good at. I don't know editing. I'm sorry, but I don't know editing. So I just take my recording, cut it to the winning run, and just upload that to YouTube. So the only way I can show you the pentagon death is if I show it to you from there, and then see everything between the pentagon death and the win. Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm gonna try to do something retarded, and that's gonna be a 1 attempt completion. I'm gonna try it. Basically, I'm gonna do hexagon and try to go all the way to beating Hexagonest from hexagon. If you guys know this game, you know what I mean. This is still, to this day, probably my hardest thing. I definitely put so much time into this. Like I said, an entire year for this entire game. It only took me about 2 months for me to beat this level. Only 2 months. That's a long time, but it's only 1/3 the time it took me to beat regular Hexagonest, which took me half of the time for me to beat the entire game. Fucking 6 months. But that was with a break. I took time off because I got so fucking pissed off. So, I probably put most time into this level. Like 4 out of the 6 months, maybe even 5 of the 6 months I put into regular Hexagon, I should say. Most of them was just me not playing, and just me, like, I quit, I'm not playing, I hate this game. So I probably put more actual attempt time into, more game time into Hyper Hexagonest than regular Hexagonest, but it is very close. Both levels will give you a fucking kick in the ass. But, I really wanted to beat my record, but I mean, I beat Hyper Hexagonest again, and that was something I never thought I'd do. Like, when I beat this, I thought I fluked it. Like, on that day, I didn't have a good time. I only reached square once, I remember. Once, maybe twice. I'm pretty sure only once. I reached square during that session. And I kept dying before line, and I couldn't get anywhere. And then suddenly I beat the entire freaking level. And I thought it was a fluke. I thought I would... Like, it probably wasn't a fluke. For the session, it might have been a fluke. But previously, I did reach Pentagon a couple of times. So it wasn't like, oh, I reached triangle like a few times. I had a one lucky square run and then I suddenly beat it because of luck. No. This level is not hard once you play it a lot. Like, this is only the second time. People say if you play this more and more and more, it starts to become easy. And yeah, a lot of people, when they look at it, they're like, brainwashing, impossible. I'll never do it. They look at other levels before this one and there's like that. They're like, okay, this is brainwashing. Considering people, I give my friends sometimes. A few years ago, I'd give my friends this game. Give them the beta preview version where it's just an early version of Hexagon. And they couldn't beat it. They couldn't get 60 seconds. I could get there every single attempt, of course. Because it's easier than the Hexagon in this level because it was incomplete. But everyone couldn't get anywhere in it, so even there, even regular Hexagon, I wouldn't be surprised if people were surprised. Hyper Hexagonest is the hardest thing I've ever done in all of gaming. It's harder than anything I've done in Geometry Dash. Not by a long shot. I do think Poltergeist might be harder. Might be. Probably not, honestly, though. Because Poltergeist took me like a month. At most. At most took me a month. That's if you highball it for like breaks and everything. With actual time into the game, it only took me like a few, like maybe 24 hours of game time. Entire day's worth of just non-stop playing. This took me forever though. I mean, I don't like comparing things in difficulty by how long it took me to beat it, because then regular Hexagonist would be the hardest thing I've done in all of gaming, which is no. I do think this is still harder than Poltergeist, definitely harder than regular Hexagonist. And, unless I beat Crimson Clutter soon, which I am getting really close. I'm getting to 40 like every attempt now. Unless I beat Crimson Clutter, this will remain my hardest thing I've done in gaming. But if I do beat Crimson Clutter, it'll just beach slap. Just beach slap this. Just, Crimson Clutter is way harder. I put in, like, 4 months now. 4 months? I don't know. Look at my Poltergeist video and compare it to this video's release time. And see how long that is, and that's how long I've been playing Crimson Clutter. 3 or 4 months now, I think. Since I've beaten Poltergeist. And I haven't done anything harder in Geometry Dash either. Alright, I've beaten Hardest Hyper Mode Hexagonest. Tap high scores. Yay, I'm in first place. Wow. Oh. I'm around 16,000. Do I really have to scroll all the way up? Well, nope, I can't use the scroll wheel. To literally click down this. What's the highest score? Oh, I hate this. Just, no. Why? And then I can't go down again. Ugh. Well, I know who has the highest record on this. Not that I'm gonna beat it, but if you can beat this, I know there's like 4.5%, I think, of people who play this game that's beaten this. That's absurdly low for a game. Some achievements have very low percentages because it's something stupid, like get this much money, or like click this many millions of times. There are some achievements in games that are retarded, like become #1 on the global leaderboard or something like that. Those obviously have less than 1% victors, obviously. There are some stupid achievements, but this is the hardest difficulty mode of most games, to say the least. I'm pretty sure like an outside Xbox channel, I think it was called, did like top 6 hardest things, or not top 6, just 6 hardest difficulty mode. This was in there. It was at the end. Don't know if that means they're saying it's the hardest of them or even the easiest of them. I don't care if it's among the 6 hardest difficulties. I'm impressed that I'm able to do it. I mean, obviously they didn't include Geometry Dash Extreme Demon, which would bitch slap anything that this game has, but don't ask me to play Open Hexagon. I'm not doing it. I don't have Windows 7, I have Windows 10. And Open Hexagon has stupid levels that get way harder than this thing. It's literally like, it's like Geometry Dash's custom-made levels. It's literally Open Hexagon, Super Hexagon custom-made levels, basically. Except the walls move around and stuff. Then you have power-ups. But still, it gets way harder than anything that this has. GG.